Okay, so let's get into this. Dang, trying to get my little style right here. All right, it's cold. So, I was door dashing, but it's not busy right now, so I decided, you know, what a better time to start than now, because I kind of been working on it. Okay, see, now y'all about to see my fucking crazy side. So, I'm in the parking lot. I always try to park in a space where there's like not a lot of cars, you know, kind of isolate myself in everything that I do to avoid any type of unnecessary interaction. This shit right here gets on my motherfucking nerves. I need to upload it and everything. But why is you pull? Okay, she old. She probably had the same thought process I do. Let me just get the fuck away. In case when I get back in the car, my old ass run into every motherfucking thing I see. I shouldn't be driving anyway. Let me see. I was just trying to understand why the fuck she pulls up directly behind me, and there's literally spaces that way and spaces that way. Oh, it's two old white ladies. They just in their golden girl era anyway. So yeah, let's get this party started. Let's go with this. Let's see what we gonna unbottle today. What I'm about to talk about. I don't know how long these videos are gonna be. This is only the structure. I know from my watching me watching YouTube, I've watched 3-hour videos. I've listened to someone speak for 3 hours. I'm definitely not gonna go that long. Not right now. Not in the beginning. That may come later. But and I've turned a video off in 2 minutes because I'm like, God, I ain't talking about shit. But I think the average, you know, attention span for a person may be between 10 and 12 minutes, if that. But I know my people, my audience, y'all are listening. Y'all are listening. Because what I have to say is like will be interesting. It's from my point of view, my perspective. So let's unbottle something. Let's see. I don't know what's gonna come up, because these topics here, baby, it's hot and heavy for me. But all right, one. Damn, shit done fell all the way over there. I gotta get it. My OCD won't let it stay there, so I gotta get it. I gotta put it back right. Okay, so let's see. I'm excited too. Oh, good one. I don't know. When I turn it around, y'all gonna see it backwards, or y'all gonna be able to see it? Y'all smart. Y'all can figure it out. Manifesting. Okay. My take on manifesting. Let's get into this. I've watched a lot of videos and I've heard a lot of people talk about, you know, how they manifested this, how they manifested that, how they came into something through manifestation. And I've heard a lot of definitions like on what manifestation is. And for a while I was like really confused about it, because I'm like, some people make it seem like it's an instant thing. Ooh, I bought this bracelet and it twinkled and then my Ben showed up, and I'm like, fuck, why is y'all lying to these people like that? No, it's something else that took place. Or I got this necklace and then my ex called me back, and it's just like, but did you really want the nigga back? And did it really have anything to do with the necklace? But no judgment. Hit my motherfucking car. See, what the fuck? Now, okay, I have the inclination to move, take my black ass all the way the fuck over there where absolutely no cars are. Because now it just seems like folks just want to come around in my space when the fuck they know I'm trying to do some shit that I'm kind of slick nervous about, ain't never done before, and then you want to come open the motherfucking door and then almost hit my car, and I guess I shouldn't respond because what the fuck ever. Let's stay focused. Manifesting. For me, in my experience, and outside of myself. So someone who has inspired me a lot in my thinking. Like, I consider him one of my teachers. Is the great late Alan Watts. Man, yes, he has inspired me and helped me and motivated me through so much. Like, his thinking, the way he approaches things. And I'll even say Ram Dass, also. Just trying to have my hat a little stylish. But the great late Alan Watts, he has inspired a lot of my, he helped me change my mindset on a lot of things. He explained a lot of things to me that no one else could explain, and I understood his messages. Okay, so since y'all know that, the late great Alan Watts is one of my top dogs. Go listen to him if it's something you feel like you're ready to receive. He puts things in a perspective that just eases your mind. Taoism, Zen. He talks about Taoism, Zen, Hinduism, and Buddhism, and he like talks about the history of them too. So it all starts. Was it Hindu? It all starts with Hindu, and then it branches out from there. And then so the Asians, the Chinese adopted Hindu, and it becomes Buddhism. And then I also believe Taoism, and then the Japanese adopted Hinduism, but then it becomes Zen. I think that's right. I could be wrong, but listen to them. And so what I've come to learn about manifesting is choices. Manifestation is choices. And then there's also manifestation is doing. So action. It's also karma and dharma. Giving out to receive. Not taking life so serious. Backing up off of it. If you want something, put the request out, send the signal, because just keep in mind, it's always frequency and vibration. Always frequency and vibration. And in order to just really manifest, it's also you need to be coming from like a pure heart space, an open mind, because keep in mind also that you may want something and you may think that is for you, and just because you want it, it doesn't mean it's a good thing that's for you. You could just desire something that's really not good for you. And in your manifestations, sometimes they might not work out because it's really not good for you. It's not healthy. And then also, it's not good for humanity, because you have to keep in mind we are a collective. So for me, in my manifestations, I've become like very clear with them on exactly what it is I want to manifest. And also like desiring, like Alan Watts talk about, don't desire anything. Like, do not desire. Desire creates anxiety. Desire creates disruption. Because it's like to desire something so strongly, it almost kind of makes you like obsessive, and you lose sight of the journey, because you're just so focused on what you desire. Because really, it's the journey that's so important in everything. And I didn't even realize like I would have been manifesting things, because I didn't understand the terminology. But I didn't realize I had been manifesting things like all my life. Like I really didn't understand. And so now what I understand with manifestation is that it requires balance from within. And as I told you, I always take it from the spiritual level and bring it down. I struggle a lot in the physical. Like, I struggle a lot. It's been very confusing for me being in this body and trying to figure out, do I belong? Or why do I always have this feeling of not belonging? Always feeling like home is somewhere so far away and that it's not here. And so also I feel like manifestation comes with having a sense of purpose, a sense of identity, a sense of knowing who you are outside of this. And so once you get on that path of purpose, I feel like manifestation becomes like a lot easier because you are now starting to live a truth. That's a truth that only you know. It's a truth that only you know. People will try to tell you, people will try to project, people will program, people will try to control, manipulate you to be what they want you to be. And like, what's a little tricky about that is that often they don't even know who they are themselves, but yet they're putting a lot of time and energy into controlling what you should be or what you should be doing. It's very weird. So I would have to say now that I understand manifestation a little bit more, because I have aligned with my truth and I have come to accept a lot of things about myself. I've come to accept my awkwardness, my quirkiness, my deepness. I've come to just accept me. I've just accepted me. I'm able to manifest from a pure heart space, and I'm able to manifest things that are truly good for me and my lineage, my children, and humanity. And I'm not knocking anybody wanting to manifest anything materialistic. Like, do what you do. However, because I know that I am a servant of creation, of mother, of father, of balance, and that I am here to serve, I know that it's important for me to manifest not only for myself, but for the sake of the collective and humanity in totality. This is just me. And even though that seems selfless, it also requires me to be selfish with myself, because I have to be centered. I have to be grounded. I have to be at peace, and that requires solitude. And in gaining solitude and in gaining peace, I've had to shed a lot of things, people, places, and things that don't serve that. And that appears to be selfish, only for me to want to manifest selflessly. Polarizations, opposites, attractions, fortification, magnetism, all of these things are put in place when manifesting. And what's so trippy is like, the more you're in solitude, the more you attract. The more you're to yourself, the more people want to be around you, because now you become interesting, you become intriguing. They sense, they feel your energy. They're not really sure what it is because it's kind of foreign. So what I would like to just kind of say about manifesting is, if you're someone who's doubted your ability to manifest, I don't think you should. I think you should really take a nice long look at your entire life. And if you're somewhere right now in your life where you are not happy, it is not a good place, it may be not a good environment, maybe not good people, whether it be a job, whether it be a relationship, whether it be family, you as an individual have to take responsibility for that. It's not about, yes, you will need money because we're in a system that requires it. However, once you put your mind to something and you focus on it and you say, hey, this is my goal, this is what I'm going to do, and you focus on it and you do what it takes to get there, you reach it. So I think a lot of us, we're really hard on ourselves because of these misconstrued ideas of what manifestation is. But if you really reflect and have those deep conversations with yourself, I think you will see that you're also a great manifester. It's just not in a commercialized way. And it also takes people like me to tell you that, because that has helped me, for people to tell me, no, you're a great manifester. You put your mind to things. You're so strong. You're so smart. You're so intelligent. You say you're going to do something. You do it and you make it look easy. And you realize, like, that's what they're observing. They just haven't seen the rocky road, the challenges, the ups and downs, the anxiety, the fear, and still just pushing through, barreling through, pushing through. Because one thing also for me about manifesting that I have come to realize, for me, I'm a visionary. Meaning, I see it first. It's like a movie clip in my head. I can see it with my eyes open. I can see it with my eyes closed. For example, I knew I wanted to relocate. I knew I needed to relocate. I knew it was a have to relocate. I was living in a place that was very violent, very dangerous, and very opposing to my spiritual needs. And the force in that place was so strong that, like, because I had lived somewhere else before that, and I had powered up in that place where I lived before in Arizona. Arizona powered me up. Oh my God, Arizona powered me up, and I manifested that. I didn't even know why. It was just listening to that deep divine guidance saying, go here, go there. I guess some people would say, call it being obedient. Letting your spirit take you to places where it knows you need to be, because our spirits know better than our flesh. And I think I've made a video about people being disconnected, so I won't get all into that. But when it comes to manifesting, it takes that union between mind, body, and soul. Heart, spirit, and soul. It's a union. It takes that balancing. And literally things just start to unfold and work out for you, because you're in the right place. You're in the right space. If you're around the right people, and energetically you are like powered up. And so in the place that I was living before, I felt so weak. Like, it was my kryptonite. A certain place was my kryptonite. It didn't kill me. It didn't deaden me, but it definitely weakened me, and I could feel it. It was so strange, because I was like, what's wrong with me? Why am I feeling? And it just dawned on me, like, you can't live here. You can't live here. You can't live here and succeed. You can't live here and do what you need to do. You can't live here and raise your children well. You can't live here and start your business. Like, unfortunately, you have to go again. You left before. You powered up. You thought, okay, let me go back. It was me, not the place. And you get back to the place only to realize, no, it's the place. It's the people. It's the people, it's the place, it's the things. Because then you realize, once you manifest a better life in following the guidance of your ancestors, the guidance of your spirit, the guidance of your soul, and you get to that new place where they say, this is where we want you to be right now. This is your next assignment. and you feel your energy literally like come back up. You feel your vibration rise again. You feel like your frequency, and you're just like, wow, I was in a dead zone. So here where I live now in North Carolina, so beautiful here, man. I've said it so many times. The people are unique, but it's still a beautiful place. It's very peaceful. There's crime everywhere, but there's definitely not a lot of crime where I stay. It makes such a difference. And so I saw myself here first, and it was like, okay, those visions, you're not crazy. You're seeing them because that's where you need to be. That's where you need to get to. It's like a part of you is already there, and so your physical needs to catch up with the vision. And then I think too, that's what makes you have deja vus, like when your physical catches up with. For me, that's what deja vus have been for me. Like, oh yeah, I've been here before because I need to be here. Myself was ahead of myself, if that makes sense. So let's just, to wrap it up for me, manifestation for me comes with alignment. Operating out of that heart space, that creation space, that God frequency, living in purpose and in truth, stepping outside of your physical, tapping in totally into your spiritual, and being obedient in that. In having total faith that knowing your spirit, your guides, your ancestors, the good ones, because we'll get into that too. All them ancestors ain't right. Some of them fucked up, because that's why we be correcting some of this shit they done that's genetically embedded in us. Like, nah, hold up. That's something need to be corrected. But anyway, back to the manifestation. We are all great manifestors. We all have that power. Some people use it in a more physical sense, and it may appear one way to certain people. But when you're just like a really highly spiritual, I'm talking about highly spiritual, like where you kind of struggle in this physical manifesting, it will appear very different and unique for you. And that's, accept that. And believe in that, and move forth in that, in the strongest, most power you can think of, and in your energy that you can think of. And you will literally see things unfold right before your face, right before your eyes, and it will feel so good and so great, and you will be amazed and humbled at the same time, because you're realizing how great you are, how powerful you are. But it's humbling. It's just so humbling. Especially if you're like a Heyoka, highly empathetic, and you want to give, and you want to share, and you want to take everybody with you, and you can't. You can't. And you won't. And you will continue to live in your truth, and you'll continue to walk in your power. You'll continue to live out your purpose, and then you'll transition onto the next realm. And your journey will continue from there. But while we're here on this earth plane, do the best you can. It's hard out here. It's weird out here. People are weird. Things are weird. The world is changing for sure. Very interesting. But be kind. Be sweet. Be loving. Just embody that, and then project that. There will be people who are uncomfortable with it. It's okay. They're very small, minute periods in your life. But in the long run, this is for you. This is for your karma, your dharma, your peace, your mindset. So I hope I made sense. It's just me thinking, talking about manifestation, and how I feel about it, and how it's evolved for me, and how I've come from one end to the spectrum to the other. How I've manifested, I think, good things in my life, and how I've manifested great things in my life, and how I've also manifested things that weren't so good, but I still got it. But it takes all of it to realize what's healthy and what's not healthy. But if I would say anything that I would just really want you to walk away with, take away from this message, would be surrender. Surrender to your truth, surrender to your purpose, surrender to your heart. Protect yourself, of course. And allow your manifestations to come to you as you manifest. As you manifest, allow it. And be thankful and be grateful.